Well, this is going to be an interesting location. Just to the east of Nottingham, it's a group of lakes. It's a CampWild certified location for us. So let's see how we get on. Let me drive towards it. I can't hold the phone and drive, so let's do this safely. And that's it, we're here. Wow. Well, here we are. This is the parking space. Miles off the road, probably about a kilometre and a half off the road. But the great thing about this space is you can bring your car right up. And phew, flies. So I'm going to go find the lake, which is just down there, just down behind me, just here. So I'm going to have a walk through and let's see what we can find. Well, here we are. We're just to the east side of Nottingham. It's a CampWild location. Have a look at that site. It's really great for finding permission sites to go camping. I'm not really one for just turning up somewhere and pitching my tent and leaving at 6 in the morning. I want to have a bit of a stay. Some things I want to do: sit and relax, drink beer, one of them, cook steak, usual things. So wow, what a location this is. Just on the side of a lake. So yeah, I think it's going to be a nice spot. I'm not going to set up the tent here. I'm going to this is a bit of a walkway, a bit of a footpath here, I think. So there might be some people wandering past on occasions if there's dog walkers. Not ideal, but yeah, let's just see how the next sort of day or so goes. Nice. Time to get set up. I'm going to park the tent just over there. I'll do a bit of a panorama for you in a second so you can see the location. It really is a nice one. You see what I mean about there being a bit of a walkway. There's a bit more traffic, I think. So we'll see how that goes. Where's Mr. There's a few little lumps, but I reckon something like being over here will be alright. Oh, it's a bit lucky still from last time. Boy, the ground's certainly anything here. That is firm ground. Let's go find ourselves a rock. Great these, because you can position them using your walking poles. Put a stick through, put your loop through so it's quick away, just in case it's wet. Just pull out the thing and away you go. Let's get this one in. I've forgotten the rock. There we go. Oh, put some fly spray on. There's a few flies around, as you can probably expect from having the lake, and I reckon later on when I've got lights on and things, it's going to be fly city, midge city here. So I've got some spray. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. Tastes bloody awful though if you get it on your lips. Jeez, I'm not surprised the flies don't like it. Anyway, coffee's on. So when this is boiled, I'll make it up. I'm going to move the chair to the lake, and let's sit by the lake and have a brew. I can see pond skaters on the lake. There's been a couple of fish jumping actually. So I have bought a fishing kit, an emergency fishing kit, which, given that I've never successfully landed a fish in my life, means it'd have to be a pretty dire emergency for me to try and get it out. But actually, I don't know whether to have a go sometime. Maybe walk around the other side, pitch in from the other side, or if I can get onto the end of that peninsula, that's probably a good place to go. However, my first challenge, I've left all my cutlery at home. Yeah, I have a knife, and I've got a Leatherman. I've got no spoon or knife. Oh sorry, I've got no spoon and I've got no fork. So actually the first thing I'm going to do is have a go at whittling some cutlery. It's going to look like a dog's breakfast, I'm absolutely sure. Well, I need something because I've literally got nothing. And I'm not going to go in the car and go and grab something from a shop somewhere. So let's see if we can make a spoon and a fork, or even a spork. There's a challenge. I don't know, how can you forget your bloody cutlery? Mind you, for the minute, let's just enjoy the peace. Because there's definitely plenty of that here. Happy Friday. Right, is it possible to make a spoon stroke spork thing that I need, because I haven't got anything, from this piece of wood using a bushcraft knife, a silky saw and a Leatherman signal? This could go one of two ways. Either I'm going to cut my finger off, or it's going to be brilliant, or maybe something in between. Let's have a go. Well, I found a little place where I can saw and use as a bit of a deck. So I reckon just take the end off there. That's my end. Yeah, cobwebs. And then that's a good enough length, I would say, for a small spoon. You never know, I could also make another one. So yeah, it's a small thing, but that's all I need, just something with a bowl. Now I need to cut 2 lines as well. Or do we make our spoon shape and then cut? Right, so we've got our sort of shape. I'm now going to see, using the bushcraft knife, if we can split this correctly. Yeah, so crudely we can start to see our thing coming in. Looks a bit rough, Steve, but I'm no expert. Right, let's go and sit down over there and let's see if we can whittle it. Stage 1 done. It's like being on alone, this. I'll keep going. So they reckon necessity is the mother of all invention. So I'm starting to work. In fact, let me show you a little bit closer. Let's not wander around with a knife. So it's coming on, a bit rough at the moment, but I think it can get the general shape. So I'm proud of that so far. Hopefully I don't break it. But I'll keep going. Yeah, that's looking all right. And no cuts so far. It's a wonder. Coffee time again. Get used to this. Oh, lovely. There's loads of blackberries around. In fact, if I just pan for you, 1 second. If we just go that way. Oops, wrong one. That bush there has loads, so I'm going to collect a few for tea. Ha. There we go, got some blackberries for later. So if you've watched my videos before, you'll know there's a theme. Arrive, set up, sit and have coffee. Hello bird. Beer. Oh, and steak. So you're probably better off just going and putting on one of the other videos, just as interesting as this one. But cheers. Time for a beer. I just bought a curry from home for tonight. I just warm that through. Eat it with my spoon. Homemade. Brilliant. Yeah, let's get the fire pit going actually. I brought the winnow well with me because I need to raise it off the floor. So I just thought I'll sit by the tent and have it here. It'll help keep the flies away. Although actually, thinking about it, there's only been a couple around. So I think it might be okay. Let's get the fire pit done. Brought a bag of chippings from home, did some woodwork, shaved off the side of some wood, so I thought it'd be a great fire starter. Got the fire going, which is brilliant. It's just nice to have. Don't really need it for heat, do I? But it's just nice to have the fire. It's good to have a bit of wood to chuck on. This is all from home. I'm not really digging anything out of the woods here. There is a stash further up there, just in case I do need some, but I bought a full bag myself, so I'm all right with that. So this is curry. I've warmed it up from home. We made it at home. And then my homemade spoon, or my bushcraft spoon. I've never ever eaten from a spoon I've made myself. So here you go. Oh, that's hot. Wowzers, that's hot. I think I might leave that for a bit. Jeez, nearly took my skin off. I think it's time to enjoy the beer instead. Ah. I'm sure I've lost a layer of skin out of my mouth. A chap came wandering in. It's not really that private here, I have to say. A couple of people have been walking through. It's not what CampWild expect, because CampWild is all about solitude and getting a space to yourself. This place really isn't that. So there's a walkway just behind where the camera sat, and a couple of people have walked through earlier on. It's a bit weird because you're sat there enjoying yourself or peaceful or whatever, then all of a sudden a couple walk through taking photographs of the lake, and it's just a bit odd. I'm hoping that while I'm asleep nobody's going to come wandering through. I guess at 7 o'clock there'll be dog walkers. So yeah, dogs. So I have to put my food inside probably, or the car's not far away actually. It's only just round the corner there. So I might actually put my food back in the car. The last thing you want is a dog trawling through your stuff, having a sniff round. So yeah, just an early night tonight. When the light goes, I've got some lights, got some strung up. But when the light goes, I'll have an early night, so that I can be up in the morning. Got a few bits to do. I want to try I've got my emergency fishing kit, so I want to try that. I'm hoping I can catch lunch. Who knows? But if I'm practicing for alone, then in reality, I shouldn't have brought water. I shouldn't have brought gas. I shouldn't have bought any pre-prepared food. Essentially, you just go with what you're wearing. Well, I'll bring a shelter. I'd like to try it sometime. Not necessarily the show alone, I have to say. It's if you look it up on the Discovery Channel, 10 people get dropped off in Alaska and they have to survive probably up to 80 days if they want to win the show anyway. And they go through heck and it gets cold and they have to build a proper shelter. I just don't have those skills. I might be able to knock up a crude spoon, but certainly I'm not the sort of person that would knock up a shelter. Nothing like these guys do. They're proper experts. But anyway, I fancy sometime just doing a tip up with a knife and a saw and an axe, maybe in a shelter with no food. Can you survive 24 hours? Can you survive 48 hours like that? Be interesting to find out. We'll see. Well, this might have cooled down a bit now, so let's give it a go. Oh, it's better. Ha! The own spoon. I'm going to take that home as a trophy. Catch you in a bit. It's been good tonight. Nice little fire. Clear evening. Not being bothered by the bugs. I've got the flex tail going, which helps keep them away, I think. So yeah, it's been alright. Still on my last beer. I've only had 2. So to finish this off, I'll probably get an early night. I find it easier to go to bed when it goes dark, and then I have got some lights. I'll put them on in a minute. See how I get on. Go to bed early, hopefully wake up about 7, and let's get breakfast on. Hopefully nobody wanders through camp and nicks me breakfast. I'll enjoy the fire for a bit. See you in the morning. Well, good morning. It's a really nice night. Little cool. It was maybe, yeah, a little bit cool. I think I need to get a better sleeping bag. That one is a summer one, so it's really light. Yeah, got a touch chilly on my toes, but hey, it wasn't a problem. Not like the last time I went out and it was -5. Coffee's on. Going to move myself to by the lake there, have a watch of the ducks, make breakfast, and then we're going to try the fishing kit. Be nice to catch lunch. That'd be one thing that'd be really good to do. So I bought it off of Amazon. It was about £6. It's just considered an emergency fishing kit, survival fishing kit. Well, let's see if we can survive, eh? Like I said, I've never fished before, so it's going to be a bit of an adventure. I need to make something to use as a reel, actually. So last night I singled out a piece of wood, which I'm keeping under here. There, so I'm just going to smooth that off and make it into something which I can throw the line out and then wind it back on. So if I do get a fish, I can hike it out. But I've got a bit of work to do on this stick, just to take the bark off, smooth it all out, so it's all right. A bit of silver birch, that one. So I'll keep the bark because it lights really well. So that's me. That's my jobs for the morning. So, in my emergency kit, which has my fire starting stuff and things like that, I've got this. So I just bought this off Amazon. It's just an emergency fishing kit, and it actually, let's see what it's got in it. It's got 2 lengths of line, a couple of weights. I guess it's like a float, and then 1 large hook and 1 small hook, and then there's like a little false bait, although I'm going to use, and then these are those spinner things, aren't they? So I'm going to fasten these up. Yeah, that's so you can add your hooks on, so it spins. It doesn't get twisted up, I suppose. So right, let's have a go at making one of these up. Right, so we've got a baited hook. Can I possibly get it where I want it to go? How good is your throw, Steve? I used to be able to throw a tennis ball a decent length, but not sure about this. This is a new technique. Now looking at this, the lake drifts towards me. So in reality, where I throw, it's only going to bring it in. So that's just brought it back to me. So this line is not long enough or heavy enough for me to be able to throw it as far as I'd like to go. So but also my throw, I haven't perfected that yet, because I've not got what I would hope is what I've hoped yet is the best throw. So So I've made a longer line. I've added the two together. I've got a float, a weight, and then the hook. Like I say, no expert, so fishermen, please don't kill me if I've done it wrong. I've never done it before. So let's see if I can get a bit further out. Key thing is, let's have it prepared. Oops. Don't fall in the water, because that would make for a great video, but probably for a different channel altogether. Fail army, here we come. Gosh, feels longer. There we go. Right, let's see where this one goes. That's a good spot. Although the problem with that one is sort of sink into the bottom. So that sinks straight to the bottom. So we'll try again. Bit of seaweed there. Well, I think it's safe to say fishing isn't my thing. I might have had the kit. I think they like bacon rind. I googled it, it suggested they did. Maybe not in this lake. I got a few nibbles on it, but I don't think the fish are big enough to actually take the hook. I did have a smallish hook, but yeah, they're too small, and I guess if I'd have caught one, I'd just chucked it back anyway. So yeah, just spent 2 hours staring at the lake, staring at things nibbling the bait. So yeah, fish isn't my thing, or fishing isn't my thing. But what is my thing? It's beer. So I've got a hobgoblin. So I thought it would be a better use of my time, sitting here drinking this. Cheers. Oh yeah, that's better. The light's starting to go. So on my beer number 2, got a dent. I don't know. So yeah, enjoying the fire. It's my last night. So tomorrow morning I'll be up quite early, I think. Well, see how I sleep. I slept really well last night. So who knows, I might be up at 9 o'clock again. But yeah, bacon and eggs, maybe, depending on how I feel. I've got some oat cereal as well. I might just get up and out and off, because it'd be nice to get home, get a shower. There's a Formula 1 to watch. I do like that too. So yeah, it'd be nice to get home, I think. It's been a nice weekend. Really, so surprised with the rain that we had this week. But yeah, been really nice and dry, not a splash of rain. I've got very little data, so I can't see what the weather's going to do tomorrow. Data here has been absolutely terrible. I put a picture up on Facebook about 2 o'clock this afternoon. It still says it's 90% uploading, which is just crazy. However, that's the idea, innit? You're in the middle of nowhere. You're supposed to have no data. You're supposed to not be looking at your phone, just enjoying the wild. So yeah, cheers. And light's starting to go, so I'll switch off. Good night. So my daughter bought me some spam. So breakfast this morning is basically spam and egg on a bun. I've not had spam in years, so let's see how this goes. I think she got it from B&M. So it's all of about £1. Remember these things is you've got to tease them out, haven't you? So break the seal to the side of the... So what we'll do, just put some air in the top. Bit of grass. Still can't get it out. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the air is the trick, because it creates the perfect vacuum. Come out, you devil. And there we have it. Looks delightful. Take away that bit of grass there. And that one. There's a lot there. There we go. Turn on the burner. And pop it in. Right, so there we go. One lesson is that spam cooks very quickly. And this is not a non-stick frying pan. It's just basically a titanium plate. So it does tend to stick a little bit. There we go. So spam, very healthy. Spam and egg on a bun. Let's have a look. That'll do. That's all right. Spam is slightly salty, isn't it? So I definitely don't need any salt or anything. Yeah, ham and egg for breakfast. My last morning. Let's enjoy it. Let's take my shirt off, it's quite warm. This is nice. So this site was just near Kilvington. It's on pitchup.com. You can get a few people wandering through. So yesterday evening, just as I was cooking the steak, we had a fellow with a couple of dogs walking through, but the dogs were great. They didn't come sniffing or anything. An old couple walked through last night as well. Not late, just 5 o'clock-ish, you know. And the sites I want to go to, really, I want them to be completely wild. Not completely wild, but I don't mind sort of like living in the middle of a forest for a weekend. It's absolutely fine. I enjoy that. Having the view is brilliant. Of course, the trade-off with that is that people want to walk there, quite rightly so. There's nothing to stop them doing it. And I've nothing against those who do. It's just that the CampWild philosophy was that you should be able to enjoy a space and achieve a bit of solitude. That's what that site, I guess, is pitching to those type of people. Whereas pitchup.com is sort of free for all families. There's been a couple of families on the other lake just around here. I think there's 3 lakes in total. Really nice location. I have to recommend it. I really do. And it wasn't too expensive. £30 for the night. Considering the space that you've got and the view that you've got, it's not bad. It's on, yeah, okay, it's on the slightly expensive side, but it's not bad at all. Some of the spaces on CampWild are like 15 quid. It's 15 and 20 quid, and they're brilliant. Just enjoy my sandwich. It is a lovely morning. There's no data here whatsoever. So I've not been able to get any. I've got the odd text message and WhatsApp flurry through. Nothing else. You can't really do a lot else. I couldn't even get the weather. So I had no idea whether this morning would be what it was supposed to be. And indeed, there we go. I think it suggested rain this afternoon, but I'll be gone by then. I'm going to eat this and slowly start packing up. And then that's me for another camp. Next one, I'll do another CampWild. I think it'll be a bit more remote. Whether I'll get to do one before the end of this year, not sure. I suppose I could always nip off in November. I don't mind it raining. I don't mind it cold. So yeah, we'll see. See you next one. So this is it. I've finished. This is my Leave No Trace video, just to show that I leave it in the way that I found it, albeit not with the poo bags across the way. That definitely was not from me. That was from whoever filthy bugger used it before me. So anyway, here's my video. That's where I was pitched. Those are a couple of things yet to take with me to the car. Fire pit area, which I didn't use. And then that's it. So thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. See you again.